welcome, welcome. It's the Monday before Christmas, and I'm going to build a gingerbread house tonight. As you can see, Grogu's back here. If I move a little bit, Grogu is like back there. See there, he's going to help me out a little bit. My name is Charlotte. I'm going to be your host for the next hour. Let me get this going. I'm also the owner of the California Haunts Paranormal Investigation Team, based out of Sacramento, California. We are 45 strong, up and down the state, and that means if you have a paranormal need, we can help you out. We can help you out. I know I'm a little crooked. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this worked out. Um, if you see, like, I don't know how much of the screen you guys get to see, but I'm seeing like this little swatch of screen going live like this, and so that's why the rest of the events that we're going to be doing this week are going to be done on YouTube. I'm going to do everything on YouTube this week because I just don't. I'm trying to straighten out here. Okay. Because I just don't want to go through this. But today I decided to go ahead with StreamYard. So I want to welcome everybody. If you like what you see and hear tonight, please feel free to visit our Facebook page. And that's California that's California Haunts, California Haunts Radio, California Haunts Ghostly Events. Ghostly Events, California Haunts Paranormal Investigation Team. And we also have Sacramento Seers, SEERS. That's our psychic team. All right. We're also over on YouTube at youtube.com/at California Haunts Radio. And we're also at TikTok under California Haunts, and we're California Haunts on Twitter, and we're Cal Haunts over on Twitch. So if you want to find us, I'm also on Instagram under Ghosty Gal, which is so that's all lowercase. Okay. So if you like what you see today and you're watching from YouTube and Facebook, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Because what that does is that puts us higher in the FYP, so they pull us out from everybody else and show us to more people. Because the whole idea of this is, if you like what you see, please share so that we can get more views and stuff. Same thing with YouTube. If you haven't subscribed already, feel free to subscribe. Show us some love. Comment. I can't read your comments. The phone is too far away tonight because I am doing this off my iPhone, so I cannot read your comments. But at least I'll know you were there. I'm just looking. Okay. Let's see. For live viewer comments, live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Okay. All right. So anyway, please feel free to comment. I'm not pushing any more buttons for fear of something going wrong with this little project. Okay. We're going to be talking about ghosts, and I'm also going to be making this gingerbread house. I have a tendency to buy them when they're on sale, so I have 3 of these things. So I had to sit there and make a choice, and there's a funny story connected to them too. I was always buying these things, on 80% sales at the very end, like at Rite Aid and places like that. And I would always store them in my closet. Well, my old Kelpie that passed away two Christmases ago, she loved gingerbread. I didn't know how much she loved gingerbread, but she would break into my boxes and eat all the gingerbread and leave the candy. So I would go in and find my gingerbread houses, and boom, there was no gingerbread to build with. So that's not the case with this Kelpie. I hid these pretty good because dogs do like gingerbread. And tonight, as far as all this goes, I have shaky hands. So as far as piping on this thing goes, I'm probably not going to be doing any real tight piping or anything with it because I just don't have the right hands for it. My hands will shake. But anyway, I want to share this with you. It's the first night of Christmas for us. I celebrate Christmas through January 24th. So we're still in the middle of my celebration. But I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I thought I would do it online and share it with you. I may go more than an hour. We'll see how that works out tonight. But hopefully we can get this thing built, and it doesn't fall apart on me while I'm building it or anything like that. So welcome. And again, my name is Charlotte. I'm the owner of the California Haunts Paranormal Investigation Team. You're at California Haunts Radio. And this is my Studio A. This is the big studio. If you were able to see behind me, I've got a 7-foot new backdrop back there, along with Grogu's over my shoulder. See, he's right there. So welcome. So let's get the show on the road, and we'll talk about ghosties and stuff while I'm building. I haven't built one of these in quite a while. So it's kind of like a newbie for me. I've got my paper towels. I've got like a knife to use, kind of like a putty knife thing. And I got a really cool Pez Santa. See that? Who's on with me? Jerry, how you doing? How you doing? You'll hear my old dog in the background because it's not as soundproof back here as it is in my main studio. There's nothing wrong with him. He just wants to play with my girl dog, and I have her in a crate because if I let her out, I call her the destroyer of nations. Everything will get destroyed, so she can't be out. So let's start. And again, this is a Pez. I'll show you the box. There's the box there. It's a Pez house. So all the candy on here is going to be Pez. I can snack too, right? Thank you for showing me some love. I appreciate it. Jerry, it's good to see you there. Welcome, welcome. Who else is here? Karen? Okay. So here we go. We're going to build. And let me get the parts out and I'll show you what we've got. And I tend to do the walls and stuff before I put it together because I find it works better for me. And like I said, I have shaky hands anyway. So, you know, it does help. See, it's all Pez. We're going to be building with nothing but Pez tonight. Pink Pez, yellow Pez, orange Pez. So hopefully they gave us enough Pez. There's nothing worse than building these things and you don't get enough candy in them. You know what I mean? So if there's not enough Pez, we're just going to have to improvise. Because it looks like we may not have enough Pez to build with. Because we're missing green colors and stuff. So maybe somebody had gotten into this box and taken some of the colors because they needed extras. Either way, we've got these little ball things. So we can improvise around with this. So we'll just play around a little bit with it. Okay? See what we got. In fact, you know what? Wait 1 second. I will be right back. I have more candy. So give me a second. Did I bring the other one in here? Let me go grab the other one and get the candy out of it. I'll be right back, okay? Give me a minute. You hear me go through the house. You'll probably hear the dog bark at me because I'm in motion. But let me get that other one and see if there's candy in there we can utilize on this one because, well, this is how things are. Okay. Move slowly into my kitchen and open up the other gingerbread house. See if I can filter some candy out of here so we have enough to go. It does look like someone got in there and took the Pez out. Maybe we'll build this other one next week. We'll see how that goes. But right now, we can't. I'm just going to gut this one. There we go. That's how it's going. Okay, so now we have enough candy. Come back with this too. We got two. Yeah, we got two too. Okay. So back in. Sorry about the delay. Okay. I hope I didn't lose my mind because that would suck. I'll have to reboot if I did. Sorry about the delay, you guys. Okay. Well, the mic stayed intact. That's very good. Okay, so I went over and I have another, like I said, I have 3 gingerbread houses. I'm back. Yeah, I got more candy because this one didn't have enough candy. I didn't realize that this box had been open. I got it at Walmart, so I didn't realize that this box had been open. So when I actually went in there to see the Pez candy, it didn't have all the colors. All I have is pink, yellow, and orange. So we're going to finish this off with the other kit. Plus it had chips. Okay, so like I said, piping is not my thing because my hands shake. All right, so here we go, and we can talk, ghosts. Okay, I can barely see your comments, but I still see you talking. Thank you, Jerry. Hello, Karen. How goes it? I see Karen. Okay. So let's get going here. I have an expendable sheet on here. So if it gets dirty, it gets dirty. All right. Welcome to Christmas. I wish I could play some Christmas carols, but I can't use my phone for both, right? So, see, a lot of the big time content creators, they have another phone that they use. So they have a backup phone. So if they want to add music to their to their thing they're doing, like tonight, they would have the backup music off their other phone. But I don't have that. So I'll just have to serenade y'all. Hopefully there's no cracks in any of this. See, there's it right there. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to start doing the decorating on it right away, and then I'll set it up that way because, I mean, we could do this like when it's standing up, that kind of thing, but I've always found that technique doesn't work very well because it starts collapsing and you're trying to run the piping on there and it's just really awkward at different angles and stuff. So here we go. Yeah, there's no cracks at all in this, so that's good. See, there is the front and the back here. Right here. They even took the little reindeer. And the flamflugels and the four flingels, yeah. So we'll use the base on here eventually, so let's get that out. But this is my studio way. This stuff, we're in the big studio today doing this stuff. Okay, so let's see where we should start here. When in doubt, cheat and have pictures. I like the whole thing with the roof because the roof, you put the Pez sits across the top. So let's go ahead and do the sides first and see if I can actually hit the stupid holes. So we have gumdrops that I pulled, more of those little dot things, little mini Christmas trees, peppermint, tips for the squeezy thing, and these cool little star things, these cool little candy stars. Okay, so let me grab this, and I'm going to grab both the sides of this house. We'll start with that. Or you tell me, you want me to start with the sides of the house, or you want me to start with the front and back doors? Tell me what you want, you guys. It's up to you. This is your project too. Can you guys hear me all right too? I just want to make sure the audio is working. Let me know that too, because I don't know what's working and what's not right now. I don't do this very often. Okay, so let me look at the front here so I can see what we're doing here. Isn't it great how they have these pictures like this? This is good stuff. And there's the dog. You guys will fall in love with the dog. See, this is telling me to build it first. Okay, you know what? Let's build it. What the hell? Let's just do it. Let's build this bad boy. So let me make sure my sides match up. Pick a front door. The front door thing, let's see. Is the chimney on the front or the back? Looks like the back. It's showing me the chimney is on, because this one front thing has a chimney on it. This is hurting my brain, guys. So I'm thinking, because they're almost both the same, except I don't see the chimney on the front. I don't think it really matters anyway. So, okay, let me get some frosting, and we'll get the front of this thing set up. Just like that. Be fun to do the roof first anyway. What have we got? Okay, thank you. I've got my separate headset. Now, just an FYI, I know I put the events that we're going to be going to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on StreamYard to gear them up. We're going to end up doing those on YouTube because this camera situation, I want to have a full view camera. So we're going to be doing those live on YouTube. Okay, so let me grab this. Do we want to use this one? This one has the tip hole, but it's hard, so we're going to have to use that one. I brought a knife for this purpose. This got hard, so you know what? I'm going to sit on this one. Don't laugh, and use the warm up. Best way to do it, under my fat butt. Okay, so let me open a corner of this one, because we don't want to make like a tremendous mess. And we're just going to put the walls up on it now. One year I used super glue because none of the walls would work. And I did one. So bear in mind, this has been in storage for like 2 years. You really don't want to eat this. Okay, where's my little spatula box? And if you hear a dog suddenly scream, he likes to do that at the door. He likes to scream. Let him murder. I love him, but he's a pain. I used to do a gingerbread house like every year. That was my thing. I would sit there watching TV and do these. I just had so much fun doing them. And my mother was shaking. And then my sister and my brother-in-law one time built one from scratch. It was huge. But they built this thing. It was really cool. So here we go. First glob. Okay, let's get the first glob. Let's get our back door on. Let's get our front door on. I'm figuring the front door is where we want to be here. So let's get the front door attached to the walls. So we're going to go ahead and just glob this on. Putty this bad boy up. So how is everybody doing? Everybody ready for Christmas? I finally got my yard done and it had to rain. So now there's always power issues in my yard. So I won't be able to take any videos of my lights until Thursday when the rain stops, or even probably Friday at the earliest, because it has to dry out. Years ago, one of my father's friends who knew wiring did me a favor because I wanted to, really get into doing Christmas lights. And so he went ahead and put some plugs out there. The problem is the plugs that he ran, bless his heart, oh bless his heart, the plugs that he did run are down on the ground. So when it rains, there we go. So when it rains, they get shorted out, and it shorts out the whole system. Okay, so let me get this guy on right here. Can you guys see this all right? Here, I'll try and do it for the camera. Get this guy on right there. Stay. We all know what happens. You get to a good point, you think you're doing good, the dang thing collapses on you. That's just the nature of the beast. So there we got there. Oh, good, you guys can see it. Okay. So make sure I glob enough on here to make sure it stays up. So I've been having quite a bit of paranormal activity. Part of it I think is because it's the holidays, and you tend to get more activity during the holidays. And I had to, because I got some work from my normal job with the Mountain Democrat, and I've been interviewing people in my office. And what makes it so weird, this whole interview process, is that today, after I did the interview, right on. See, I already got my hand messed up. Today, after I did the interview, and I was listening back over the recording, because you know what, if I have to type stuff out, I can't read it afterwards. It's like being a doctor. When a doctor does a prescription, it's horrible for me. So, as I was listening over everything, working on the story itself, I noticed that there's an EVP on there. Somebody else. There's two extra male voices on there that shouldn't be there. So I got EVPs in my own house. So I'm going to have to download that thing, that interview when I'm done, completely done, and really go over the EVPs, because they're definitely there. So, but I'm glad you guys are here, Try and keep you guys amused with funny stories. The holidays came so fast, and they're gaining on us. They're literally gaining on us even more. Yeah, so I'm curious, going back to EVPs, I'm really curious to know who it is. It's got to be, I usually don't have anything but relatives in here, but I didn't recognize the voices either. It's different when you hear an EVP and you can recognize the voices, but I don't recognize any of these people, any of these two men who were talking at all. So hopefully I'll figure it out. Call one of my psychic friends, right? Karen's in Nebraska. So Karen's online watching, and she's in Nebraska right now. Okay. So we'll give this a little bit of time to glue here before we start putting the roof on and make it all collapse, because that's happened before too. Okay. On you go. I just broke it. I got a drag. It just broke. The top did. Okay. So we're going to have an extra line of stuff here. Didn't mean to do that. Normally I would glue it, but I don't have glue, so let me fix this. This can be fixed. So we're just going to do this and fix it. I'm not a contractor. I am what I am, right? But this is the time of year when if you're gonna have any paranormal activity in and around your house or anything like that, it's gonna happen because a lot of our relatives, if I can just do this the right way, you won't even notice. There we go. A lot of our relatives come back this time of year. So you're gonna get, because they want to enjoy the holiday with you. So, okay. So this should be fine. I don't have anything hardly sticking out on it, so you won't see it. So that's cool. Let's make sure this is glued right, which is not on the bottom here. Let me push this against here now that I did that. Make sure these are together. There we go. So there, we got that. We got a little bit of a crack up here, but it should work. Murphy's Law, right? So there you go. So I wonder about that because okay. So we'll look at the instructions real quick because this fireplace, it shuts out. So I don't know what's going on with the roof at that point. Oh, see, there was also a reindeer and some elves and stuff in here, and they're gone. Somebody took those. So it says it should fit perfectly with the fireplace thing on there. I'll believe that when I see it. Okay. So, okay, this is, see how it's collapsing in? This is what we got to watch. That's the stuff we got to watch. Starting to fold in. So far, so good, even though it's snapped. See, that one went in really good. The other one didn't. I just don't want a roof collapse when I go to insert the roof on here. And this concerns me because, yeah, this is weird because where the fireplace is, you really can't set the roof on. So that's going to be a challenge. I may have to snap off the brickwork there from the fireplace because there's no way to get the roof on with it. Because see how it juts out? So there's no way to get this on there. So I may just have to take that part off, the way it's looking. What do you guys think? I may just have to take that off, right? Because, well, we don't have to worry about it now. Now I can get the roof on. Silly place to put the fireplace. Very silly place to put it. Okay, this guy's having all kinds of problems. This is collapsing in. See, this is what I mean. I mean, this stuff. See, you can hear him in the background. Okay. So now I can get the roof on. I don't know if I should attempt it yet until these are somewhat a little more dry, a little more cooled off. In the meantime, why don't we work on the roof? How's that? And we'll get what we want on the roof because I got to let that dry out a little bit anyway. So let's see what we want to do with the roof because I have all these extra colors. So, don't you just love these things? Should I try to eat it, see if it's edible? I mean, if the dog ate it, it must be all right, right? Okay, so this is some great piping that, again, isn't going to happen because my hands don't do that stuff. It includes Pez candies. Yes, I see that. So we can use, for the roof here, we got gumdrops we can put on there. Or we can put these little ball things on there that the second I open the bag up, they're going to go poof, right? They're going to poof all over the place. I think I'll frost the whole thing and make it like a snowy thing instead of getting real fancy with it. We'll just frost it and then start putting stuff on these. Well, these settle in. Yeah, that's going nicely now. Okay, let's do that. Let's just frost the whole thing. Let's see how I sat on this frosting. Let's see if it's working. If it's improved any. If it's softened. Nope. The frosting got bad. The frosting went bad. I may have to nuke it, but we'll go with what we got. That's from the other kit anyway. It's not our project kit. All right, let me open this up a little more, and then we're going to work on the roof here. Keep it simple, right? But I remember the one my sister built. And Betty Crocker, like not Betty Crocker, but like those women's magazines, like Good Housekeeping, would run these things, these recipes for these things. And I think that's where they got it. And I remember it was huge. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. It was so big. I fell in love with them. I was only a kid. I was only like maybe 8 or 9 years old. Fell in love with it. Anyway, like I said, Christmas time is a time when the ghosties come out. And it's mostly family. Like I said, they want to spend time with you just as much as you want to, as much as you miss them. They miss you too, especially during the holidays like this. And so if you feel a presence around you, don't be scared or anything like that, because it's more than likely one of your relatives. That's why with these voices that I got, during my interview today, that I didn't know I had, that came up on my interview, that's why I wasn't too concerned about it, because of the time of year it is. So it's just people here for Christmas. I still have one more tree to put up. I mean, I've just been so busy. He's very vocal. But I've just been so busy, it's been really tough. Especially with the lights. Oh yeah, then I made the announcement on Facebook yesterday about my wreath, because I put that lighted wreath out, and that's a funny story too, because my mother was real artsy. There we go. And she used to do like Christmas trees where you can hang apples on them, that kind of thing. And hi Pamela, how you doing? I can't read your schedule. I can't read your stuff because you're a little tiny on my phone tonight. Anyway, so my mom used to have these artsy Christmas trees, and they were really fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we got 20 of these, which means I can use 10. And Pez. Hang on 1 second. I'm not ignoring you guys, really. Just trying to see where I'm at here with what I have. Well, that's a bummer. There was stuff missing out of this. So they put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19 Pez on here. I don't even think I have enough Pez. Well, I might have enough Pez for it. If I do that right. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll do that. Let's do the Pez. It'll be a lot easier. But anyway, what I was saying is that my mom used to have these themed Christmas trees. And one of them had fruit on there, like old style, like apples. And so, of course, me being the art person that I am, I ran with the whole thing. And I ended up adding to that where I started to put oranges and bananas and all kinds of stuff on the tree. Well, after she passed away, there was this thing going on next door, asking anybody if there was a particular gift that they never got that they wanted. And so I kind of half-heartedly thought, well, they're not going to say anything to me anyway. Probably not, So I went ahead and said, well, my mother loved these themed trees, and I would love to get a wreath that has apples on it. And so I'm trying to read your stuff. That has apples on it, right? And so I thought, well, I'm never going to hear it from anybody. And sure enough, somebody from next door said, hey, I have a wreath with apples on it. I couldn't believe it. So I go over there, picked it up 3 years ago, and I noticed that it had a cord on it, but it had been a lit wreath. And I thought, well, why would they get rid of such a beautiful wreath? And that's why I thought, because it had a cord on there. I thought all the lights on the wreath were dead, So I never bothered to even attempt to plug it in. So each year I've just hung it on my front door, just a regular old wreath, with apples. 2 days ago I plugged it in, and that's when I realized how beautiful it was. It lit up. It literally lit up, really, real beautiful. So that's when I decided. First I wasn't going to plug it in, and then I decided to plug it in. And So I had to come up with this real creative way to do it because my kitchen, when you go in my house, my kitchen is like when you're facing west in my house, the kitchen's to the left, and that's where the plug is to plug anything in. And unfortunately, the hinge is on the door to the right. So I had to feed stuff in through the door, and like the real thin line from the light stuff itself went through the front door, and then I put an extension cord through the main front door because there's like a 2-inch break in between, and I was able to do that. Then it feeds over the frame of the door and into my kitchen, so I can turn it on. But that's the first time ever that this house has had a lighted wreath on the front door. Okay, so let's do this. So what they've done is they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the top. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Oh, they got 7. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So I got pink Pez, I've got orange Pez, I've got some yellow Pez here. So let me get some up here. We want to do 4 across the top from what I'm looking at. So we're going to do that. And are we multicoloring it? Yeah. We're not going to have all the Pez colors to work with, but I'll see what I can do here. Because in fact, there's very little yellow in here. So I'm going to go mostly with pink and orange on the roof section. Can you guys see me put these on? I think you can. Let me kind of get this in position here. Had I done this with YouTube or TikTok, it probably would have gone a little smoother as far as this part goes. But, the majority of you are on Facebook, so I decided to just do it this way. Okay, so now I can go across. We're just going to go randomly across with it. I got more pink than anything, so we'll just use pink. So they went randomly across, so it's going to be, I see what they did. They went here. Okay, so I'll show it to you here. It's kind of fun. The other thing I have to do that I can do with you guys is I have a Yoda Lego, and it's pretty good size, and it'd be kind of fun to build that as well. So then they went about halfway down, did the same thing. So we're going to do that again. It's a shame I didn't have all the colors. It's really a bummer. But okay, I'm game. So let's do this. And I think what's going to end up happening too with this is that I'm not going to have enough orange for the other side. So I might have to replace with yellow on the other side. So, okay, and orange. So we'll do one side with orange, or I can change them out real fast too. And then, okay, bring this down a little bit. It's an art thing. Jerry, I know you're artsy with food. Don't judge. So I've been watching a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies. And, a lot of those stars went over to that other network, which I have nothing against. It's just that it's hard. It's kind of weird watching Hallmark movies right now because, thank you, because it's the stars that you don't know. These are all newer, newer stars that Hallmark has hired. So it's kind of hard because you don't know who these people are. You're used to Candace Cameron Bure and people like that, and they're just not there right now. This is hardening nicely. He does that at 3 o'clock in the morning too. You guys wonder why I don't sleep. That's why. Actually, this is turning out really cool. I just wish I had all the silly colors for it. Oh, I went across with that. I see what I'm doing. No, I didn't. No, I'm doing the top. I gotta watch what I'm doing here. See where I'm at with this. Okay. That's the last. Well, now I got another orange coming out. Okay. So now I'm going to run a pink straight across. Right here. And then we're going to do the other side. Now I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, here's the first half of the roof. See, it looks like that. Can you see that? The pink on there and stuff. So there's the first half of the roof. Now we're to the second half of the roof. Then we're going to put the roof on. Now there's a challenge, right? So let me move this over here. Again, I don't have enough orange Pez pieces, so I'm going to go ahead and probably end up using yellow for some of this. I've got two orange Pez left. Now you can smell the Pez. I really want to eat the Pez. I'm trying to behave myself. Don't eat the Pez. Ew, it had a leak. That's why this sheet I'm using is expendable. Okay, here we go. Let's get this one done. I'm glad you guys came tonight. I didn't know if anybody would come and watch this. But, last year I went all the way up to Christmas. We had guests, and that was fun. But I thought this year I could do things a little bit different. Plus, my regular job that I have doing freelance work came up with a bunch of assignments. So, I'm really spreading myself thin, trying to find guests. And what do we got? Karen says, do not like okay, don't know what she said. Karen, I can't read it. So much. Whoa, look at that. I wasn't washing where I put my snippet on. Huh? Okay. All right. So I decided to kind of back off on guests this week so that I could get my assignments done. Everything's due Thursday. Go down the hallway. Go bug somebody. He's not hurt. He's not in pain. He's just trying to get me to go out there and let the other dog out. So don't think he's in pain or anything, you guys. He's not in any kind of pain. He's just being him. He is a pain. He's like 17 years old. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Karen's in Nebraska, so she's watching me all the way from the Midwest there, man. Okay, so we're going to do the same pattern here. It's funny because let's see, I really broke this once. Let's see if I can break it again, right? Okay. Okay, so now we're out of orange ones. So now what we're going to do is just shoot. I'll probably end up using all the Pez on the roof, and I'm not worried about it again because I have other stuff to put up there. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to run the yellow instead of the orange here. It's good to confuse things a little bit. Change it up. I hope everybody is having a good holiday so far. I'm not going to say something stupid like, I hope you're getting everything you wanted, because, yeah, that's not the way it works. Actually, I need yellow right there. But this is too early, right? Santa hasn't come yet. Now, tomorrow, you guys, we're going to be reading from that tradition book. I think we're heading into Germany or in Austria and stuff with that book. The plan so far is tomorrow, that tradition book, and then Wednesday, I'll be reading something. I got an idea from a friend of mine for a show about Santa's reindeer and what the meaning of their names is. Is there 5 people really watching me? Yes, there is. And what the meaning of the reindeer's names are. And we're going to be doing that on Wednesday. Then Thursday, depending on what time Risa gets off, because she's my camera person, we're going to do the tour of lights, or we're going to go downtown to Old Sacramento. And for the people that don't live here, they do a thing called Theater of Lights. And it's a free thing. And it's interesting because they use all the old buildings downtown, and they tell the story of the night before Christmas in a real unique way. Mark Twain tells, you get to meet Mark Twain. He tells the story, and it's just really a fun event. So we're going to be going downtown for that. And then I do have tickets coming to me for Christmas from my niece for the big lights event at Cal Expo, and I've got email into them to see if they would allow me to go in there and go live from Cal Expo. So we'll see how that works out, if I get permission to do that. Okay, where am I at? What did I end up with? Okay, we got 3 here. Okay. So here we go. Let's be set for a couple minutes before I start slamming the roof on. There we go. Okay. So here's this one. We didn't have enough orange, so I had to add some yellow here. So just to show you guys what we did. See? Had to add some yellow. Or the peasant, if the peasant were an odd number, I'm going to eat one. I'll tell you that right now. It just looks so pezzy. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, or 10. Oh, I got 11. Okay. So since there's only one yellow, I'm just going to eat the yellow pez. Yeah. No, it's not stale. I know what you're thinking. It's not stale. I know you want to go. So hopefully that's why I'm taking you guys with me, because there's some people that can't get out to do the stuff. You can come with me. And those will be broadcast, like I said, those will be broadcast on YouTube. Okay. So I think we're in a position, except for that one, to get to start putting the roof on. That was good pez. So the roof, I've always hated putting the roofs on because they never go on right. And it collapses, and then you cuss, and all that stuff. So let's get this roof on. So let me pop over here and see if there's something special I have to do to put the stupid roof on. Nope. Okay. Here goes nothing. What's the worst that could happen, right? We'll try and do this tonight. I'm making good time, so we'll see if we can get all this done. Oh, your arthritis, yeah. Well, I got walking problems as well, so I will take I still have my mother's walker, so when I go out there, I will take the walker with me, because it's not so much the walking part, it's I have issues with my pinched nerves in my spine, and what they'll do is they'll make my feet go to sleep. So I have issues with that. And then if I don't have a place to sit down, I end up falling. So it's important to have a way for me to sit down. So I do take a walker with me when I go. Okay, now we're going to attempt the roof. You feel lucky, punk? Do you? Do we feel lucky with this? So far, we've had good luck, except for the fact that I broke the roof to start, but it happens. So I'm glad I decided to do this. I've been wanting to do one of these for a while, and I haven't, and I miss doing them. Okay. Put one side of the roof on and hope and pray it works. What could possibly go wrong, right? Here we go. All right, everybody, send me happy thoughts. Here we go. Send me some happy thoughts. I'm going to have to hold each piece, because you know darn well it's not going to stay on there. There's no way in hell. But that's what sucks about the roof on these things, because no way in hell it's going to stay on by itself without help. So, gotta put my finger there. Otherwise, I'll have a crooked roof. So, now we wait. Got that side on. It looks kind of funky with all the pez on it. It does, if I had the fancy piping on it, it'd probably look a lot better. Are we there? Is it there? Is it soup? It's slipping down. There it goes. The only way I can see this, let's see, I need something to prop it up with here. What do I have? What do I have? Because it's going to go down no matter what at this point until it takes. Because I still got to add on the other half. Oh, we're still way over on this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to hold my finger there for a while. Sometimes it's a two-man operation doing these things. They always look so good in the pictures, right? You know, on the package. And then when you actually get them, they don't look so good. I'm thinking about getting some of these colored dots and then adding them in on the roof to make it look good. So maybe we'll put some colored dots on there. This is kind of fun because I never get to work in the studio ever, hardly anymore. When I first started doing the show, you know, again, this is where I filmed out of, was the studio. See, this is what they don't tell you, is how this stuff's going to pop down. Let's see, I got a water bottle here. Hang on. Let's see if I can pop that up. Have it propped up under there. There we go. Prop it up on the water bottle. I'll fix you, my pretty. Get this thing to prop up so I don't have to sit here for hours. Just like that. Because it's going to have to take, and you know, there's just no choice. We've got to overhang. I'd make a horrible contractor. Yeah, it's starting to stick now. If I can just get it to stay in position. Aren't you glad I'm not eating this thing? It's starting to take right now. What I want to do is I want to like open up one of these little ball things, and you know the second I open up, it's just going to go everywhere because that's just how it is. Excuse me. Because I can throw some of these in between here and make it look a little more hospitable. Or they've got these things which are kind of cool. These little mini stars. Maybe we can do that. What do you think? I'm going to ask you guys. Should we put the little balls in between in between the Pez pieces, or should we put these red and blue things? These little red and blue, these little yellow and blue, white and blue stars. What do you think? Jerry, what do you think? Should we go with the stars, or should we just go with the little balls, those different colored balls? This is the hardest part, is put the stupid roof on these things. Oh, look, the wall collapsed. This is so not happening today. Okay. Nothing worse than a collapse midway through. That's why I think these are fun, but I never understood them for kids, because kids aren't going to be patient to do this and sit here and hold this thing and wait. They're not going to want to wait for this thing to set. What about paper towels? What should I do that? Get the paper towels up. That has to sit up about there. Something to prop under there to hold it, that it won't roll away. This is all falling backwards. Not a good day in the neighborhood. Drop this thing on there. Yeah, I'm thinking about these little balls. What do you think? Stars? Okay, I'll do stars. Let me get the stars. First, I gotta prop this up because it keeps dribbling down. So, because I can't do anything with it till it stops dribbling down. I'm trying to find something I can. Nope, that's not gonna work either. Stick under there. Okay, I'll try. I don't want to try even attempt the other side yet until we have a good adhere with this. Now I wish the house was cold because the stuff would dry right away. I'll just put my finger here. We're gonna sit here and idly chat. I'm gonna go on. You guys want me to stay on? I mean, it's coming up on 7:30, but I can certainly stay on. It doesn't matter. You know, we'll try and stay on until we at least get the roof on and get some of the sides done. I got a side popping out right here. Okay. I hate when this happens. I got construction issues. It doesn't surprise me. This stupid thing is not going to stay up there. So I'm just going to have to hold it till it's ready. Because the sides were on really good and they're popping. So here's the other one. So when we're ready to move this over there, I don't know how long you guys want to hang out tonight. I don't mind, hanging out with you guys. To put this on this way. I don't mind it at all, really, to be honest. I've done it where I've thought that this was all secure, and I put the the roof pieces on, and then all of a sudden the whole thing collapses, which irritates me. But I'm kind of stuck because I can't move my hands or anything here. So I'm in a rock and a hard space right now, waiting for this to take so I can put the other side on. So it's going to get busy. Like I said, tonight, we're doing this, and then tomorrow I'll be back in the other studio reading, and then Wednesday I'll be back in the other studio reading, and then Thursday we're going to take the show on the road. So it should be interesting. And I don't know, like as far as Thursday goes, I might be able to be on for like an hour because honestly, my phone battery's old, so it's not holding power like it used to, and I do not have a power bank, which is something that I've been wanting as a power bank, and so I can go live like that, So we'll see how long we're able to stay on in the cold come Thursday. Yeah, I think we need to put something in between these things, in between the pairs. It's kind of ugly. Kind of ugly with the pairs. If you ask me, nobody ever does. We got these for the top. Or these for the top. We can run those across the top. We'll decide. We'll discuss when we get to that point here. If I ever get to that point, the way this is going. It's starting to take. You can see it. Now this is spreading out. This is starting to take now, so it's not moving down as quickly, even though it's on this side is where it's moving down pretty much on that side. If I was ambidextrous, I could actually get this other side on. So I'll turn this around, you can see the roof. Oh, this wall collapsed too. I didn't even notice that. Ah, dang it, Jim. Let me clean my hand. I'm going to try and get the other side on. I'm going to try and do this really fast to see if it helps to put the other side on, to hold it up there. Because this is not going to set well. I'll tell you that right now. And this is already bowing out on the bottom here because of the weight. It is holding better though. See what I mean? It needs something more than just the Pez on the side. Maybe if they were colored, if those Pez were colored, it'd be all right, but they're not. So it's kind of sucky. Just need something for it to rest against so I can get on the other side. Oh, you know what I could do? Hang on. We got this. Put that against there. There we go. Now I can rest against there. Make it rest against there. Those are my cutting shears. Make it get gummy and rest. See, it just pop down again. Last it all. See, it's starting to pop now. This is what they do. They start to pop apart. It gets frustrating. It does get frustrating once they start to pop apart like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this one ready to go. Now that I have kind of hands free a little bit, even though that's not sitting right, we're just going to see if maybe it makes a difference if I pop the side on. Ooey gooey, rich and chewy. Okay. Jerry, if you really want to go Thursday, that could probably be arranged. You could come with us. Up to you. See what you want to do. I know the RSS feed on this is going to be funky when it finally plays out. But I am what I am. Okay, I want to try and get this on now, so let's see what I can do. The other one's not falling like it was, so glob it, glob it, glob it, glob it. Glob the living poopy out of it. I don't know, my mother never really did these with me when I was growing up, so I don't know if it was a thing where she just didn't have the patience for it. Because I could see somebody not having the patience for this. Because I mean, it's an adventure doing it. Okay, come on up, come on up, come on up. Let's join this. There we go, there we go. We are gathered together to join these people, to join these two roof pieces and holy matrimony. Yeah, see, that might be the thing that has to go up the middle. Ooh, we've got some gooey coming down here. Okay. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect. To join this roof in holy matrimony. Now, Jerry is a great cook. Jerry can cook circles around everybody in this, probably everybody in this building. Everybody that's on the air, she can cook circles around. I have a lot of respect for Jerry. Oh yeah, and my mailman scared me to death tonight. Well, it's a mail lady. We got to fill in for the holiday. She scared me to death. I go walking down the hallway, and I just heard. Remember, I told you guys about those EVPs that I heard, on my recordings for the day. I just listened to those, and I was coming out of this room, and I was going down my hallway, and all of a sudden I hear like a woman's voice, kind of like a broadcast, and come on. And I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And my dog that's in her crate was triggering on it. And I thought, well, gee, I'm glad she's triggering on it. And it turns out it was the mailman, because then I hear a knock on the door and I see the mail lady go. Scared the crap out of me. Because I didn't know where the voice was coming from. And then when she was taking off, like going back down by my neighbor's yard, I see that's him in the hallway. Ignore him. Stop that. There's nothing wrong with him. Maybe this is how you can keep this stuff together. Love will keep us together. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's holding a lot better now. So, what do you think on the top eave on this right up here? Do we want to put gumdrops up here, or do we want to put those round peppermints? What do you guys want to do? Yes, it's Buddy. That would be Buddy. So, what do you think, guys? Should we put gumdrops up on top and on the topmost eave, or should we put those round peppermints? What do you want to do with that? Either way? Okay. It's holding together a lot better now. I'm going to have to sit here for a while longer. This just popped forward too. As the man would say, it's close enough for government work. all the way around on this thing. See, it's holding together a lot better than not popping down as much. Well, let's see. We've only got 5 of those, so I mean that's the only place really logically to put them is on there. I think we might have this. The second I think we have it, it's going to pop down, right? Because that's how life is. Oh yeah, we have a wall that collapsed. Nothing I can really do about it. I can't reach in and retrieve it, so it is what it is. See, this has to sit up there a little bit. It's not that bad. Looks like there was an earthquake. LA County, right? How about Disneyland? I don't know if it's Disneyland or Walt Disney World. One of the hotels. I think it's Walt Disney World. They build like a life-size gingerbread house. It's like a 2-bedroom thing. I think people can even go inside the thing and like have lunches and stuff. They serve food in it. But it's all built out of gingerbread. See, it's getting to the point where I don't need this anymore. I'll have to adjust that somehow. Okay, let's do this. Do you guys want to join me when I decorate my Hawaiian tree? That I can do live on that? I'm willing to have you guys join me on that. For you guys listening to the RSS feed, but you will be later on, I know this isn't like a totally ghost show, but we're just hanging out here. Tomorrow we'll have a regular show, I promise. But today I get to dazzle everybody with my whatever I want to dazzle everybody with. Okay, are we holding? Please hold. See, it's holding a lot better. There we go. It's holding it a lot better. So here's what we can do. We got this right here. Put that right there, see? So we'll put some peppermints up here. There we go. Oh yeah, TikTok too. I'm always on TikTok. There's a couple of candy companies on TikTok. It's really fun. And 2 different techniques of making candy. One does it old-fashioned, and then the other one does it more modern. The one that's old-fashioned is out of Canada. It's called Logan's Candies. I like to follow them. And then there's the chocolatier guy that makes, really cool things out of chocolate, whether it's deer or whatever, but he makes all these really cool chocolate things. Move that one over there, and we'll put that one right in the middle. Get in some space here. There. There we go. Okay. We'll get the stars on there too, Jerry. As soon as I know I can actually let go of this thing for sure. We're almost there to where I can actually let go of it. But anyway, there's a guy, there's Logan's Candies, which is out of Canada, and they make it's old-fashioned done. And then there's the other guys, and I forget. Whoa, look at my house is leaning over. It's at an angle. There we go. It wants to lean over that way. Oh, here we go. It's collapsing. We're doomed. There it goes. We're done. It's collapsed. Well, this was bad. I knew it. I knew this would happen. These things bug me to death. They drive me insane. Collapse. I've never had one successfully built that didn't collapse. All right, let's put it back together. Which is why I'm more apt to grab some super glue and, put some Gorilla Glue on these suckers and just go for it. On the bright side, let's try this again. This stuff's just not drying very fast. Okay. Super glue would have been the way to do this. If I just brought if only I had brought my Gorilla Glue in, that would have been the end of it. It's not like I'm planning to eat the thing anyway. There I was flying along. What a mess. Well, on the bright side, the sides aren't caving in anymore. I got 4 of you watching me live, and who knows who else is watching me live right now. I'd like to get this thing built. It would be a real nice touch if it could get built here. Maybe it's still too warm in here under the hot lights. The lights aren't all that bad in here because they're LED, so they're not really to heat up. Okay. Well, I bet it's a 2-day project. How much you want to bet? I see people get on these things and just whip them right out. And me, when I do them, nothing but issues. They just don't whip right out for me. I need more frosting on that one. That's what happens. It looks so easy on TV, right? I should go order a pizza. Kidding. It's a pizza kind of night. Never said I was good at gingerbread houses. Just said I would build it. Never said I was any good at building it. Never claimed it to be anything but, the basic builder that I am with this stuff. I was actually going to turn my California Haunts logo thing over and build it on that, and I'm glad I didn't because everything's sticking everywhere right now. So. We could try this again, shall we? So what's everybody's plans for Christmas? You guys got to have plans, right? I actually have to work a little bit on that day as far as California Haunts Radio goes. I have an interview with a woman in Australia that I have to do on Christmas Day. Because you got to remember, for her, it's the 26th. Because they're like a day ahead of us. Okay, let's try this again. How much more of a mess can I make? A big one, that's what. Okay, let me get this up here. Eaves and overhangs. Wipe some of this stuff off. There's really no logical answer to getting these things on. I forgot, like to have something to sit under here as it props on, so it doesn't go falling off like that. To let it dry, when it's finally on there. Like the box itself, because the box itself is sizable. The instructions. Just slap this together, put the roof on, blah blah blah. Right. So you put the roof on both sides. This is too tall. It would work though. Ooh. Okay, move on a little bit. can tell I'm looking for something to like prop this up with so it dries right. So I can get in the right spot. How about this? That's my life. I have dogs that have attitudes. That didn't have that ridge. Where's the scissors? Watch it roll off now. It's because it's got a ridge on there. It really totally sucks. It's hard to get anything propped. There we go. There we go. There we go. Anything propped against it. Hey, that one. That'll work. That'll work. There we go. Finally. Okay. Now we wait. Let it dry. Now we wait. But getting back to the ghost of Christmas. Don't be surprised if you start having dreams about your deceased relatives and things like that. Family gathering Saturday, Christmas Day. I will watch. Okay, I'm going to put my reading glasses on so I can talk to you guys. We can converse back and forth while this thing sets. Let me get these on. I have to have reading glasses because I'm old, you know. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can read you guys now. Oh, that's better. Oh, cool. Yeah, the frosting, what gets me with the frosting, it shouldn't be getting soft. It sucks. Because I turn all the heat off in the house. So, I mean, it's pretty cool in here. I knew it was going to be a mess. I anticipated. My family's in town, so we're going to be doing stuff together. I think they're already all here. They're just starting to get into their festivities. Me, I got to work, so I can't get into festivities with them. Not right off. It's alive, Karen. So tell me this, okay? You know, we're all into watching Christmas movies and all that stuff. So tell me what your favorite Christmas movies are. It'd be interesting to hear what your favorite movies are. I like Home Alone and the Santa Claus, but right now I don't have Disney Channel, so it's not happening. But some of the Hallmark movies, there's certain Hallmark movies that I like too. And I have to admit, I know Karen's a big fan of Candace Cameron Bure. I like some of her movies. You know, her Hallmark movies. There's a couple of them that really stand out, like Journey Back to Christmas and things like that. A couple of those. I don't like them all. I like A Shoe Addict's Christmas. That was one of the last ones she did for Hallmark. And Lacey Chabert, she's okay too. I did watch Scrooged, and I was able to download because it was a freebie with Comcast, Xfinity, and Peacock. I did get to download Christmas with the Cranks, so I like Christmas with the Cranks too. And of course, Vacation, Christmas Vacation, which I didn't get to see this year, but I was looking forward to seeing that, and I didn't get to see it this year. I do have Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and I haven't had a chance to put that one in, to watch that one yet. Maybe tonight. Now that I've got that propped up, I'm feeling better about it. I'm putting a lump of coal in that dog's stocking. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, those are popular ones. I especially like Christmas with the Cranks because I just think the whole thing, when when she finally gets the ham and then drops it, and then it goes rolling off and gets taken out by the semi truck. I mean, that's hilarious. Who'd have thought Jamie Lee Curtis could be that funny? You know, that dog's definitely gonna get a lump of coal. Nah, it's just the way he is. He's always been that way. He'll always be that way. But you know what? He's really attentive and smart and behaves himself and obeys, and he's really a good dog. He just has his ways, and he's old, and and all that. So this backdrop I used the first year I did the radio. I started the radio show back up when it went video. This is one of the backdrops. But I want to let everybody know, you guys that are here tonight doing this with me, and the RSS folks that are going to be kind of listening to this, they'll probably get bored listening to it. But I want to thank each and every one of you for following me on my journey with this type of radio show. Doing it the podcast version, and then doing it with just this way, with the video, and I really appreciate it. And I know for the people on the RSS feed that are going to hear this tonight, I know this is kind of a weird format. I'm sorry. I just wanted to do something like this and have some fun for Christmas. Because usually I get so busy with the radio show that I just blow through the holidays. The next thing I know, it's January or February. So I actually wanted to do something like I used to do for the holiday, which is what I'm doing. So I don't have anything else collapsing in, so that's a good sign. So I need another pill bottle like this for the other side, because this is all going to dry up on me. These are vitamins, by the way, given to me by a friend of mine. But I love the holidays, and the fact that my deceased relatives might be coming around, I'm cool with that. I'm really cool with that. More power to them. I know they come during the year anyway, but the holidays are just all that more special. And I know when my mom was, really sick, that was one of my goals, no matter what, when she couldn't get out of bed. That was one of my goals, was that I was going to put her, put a Christmas tree in a corner of her room, whether it was on, a tabletop tree or whatever. But I was always going to put a Christmas tree in her room. So she had one to look at. If this thing leans over again, it's going to look like the Green Acres house. I even had these friends, and I don't see them do this anymore, but they used to get like several of these things, and they would build what they call their trailer trash. And not to be woke and all this, and I get it, the issues with the woke and everything, but they would create a trailer trash gingerbread colony. It was funny as heck. Trailer park, not trailer trash, trailer park. I tell you, it looks like it's leaning over. Probably, I'm telling you, it's like the Green Acres house. Lauren Oliver Douglas, right? Ooh, it moved. Okay, let's see how we're doing. If I let go of it now, is it going to cooperate? Is it going to shift down? I think we got it. But I'm not going to push it. Let it stay there for a while longer. I'm not going to push it. Yeah, see, it's not moving anywhere. It's right where I left it. That works. Cool. I'll put that against it to brace it. We're almost there on that side. But lots of tradition in my house. In fact, my attic, like I said in my post on Facebook, about the whole insulation thing blowing up all over my attic, it's true. I mean, there's just like 3 feet of insulation up in my attic, probably asbestos. Who knows? But there's a lot of Christmas decorations that are antique, well, kind of, I would say antique from like the 50s and 60s, that are still up there. And one of them was this foam Santa Claus face. It was like about that big. And my father used to smoke cigars, and one of the things he used to do was he would get a cigar that he smoked all the way down, almost to a stub, and he would put it in Santa's mouth. And that was our centerpiece on our fireplace area. That face would always be there. And I know that's up there somewhere. So at some point I can get up there and find this stuff. But getting back to the movies, yeah, I think Christmas with the Cranks was a great classic. And do I watch like Scrooge? I do, but there's so many versions of it. I know I have friends that like the original with Aleister Crowley, and I can honestly say I kind of like that one too. I mean, I think Patrick Stewart did a good job as Scrooge when he played the part, but I just kind of like the original. I don't like the remakes. And It's a Wonderful Life. I've never been a big fan of that ever, and I think that's a lot of that because my mother didn't like that movie. She loved it growing up, but what happened with her was that she had to go into surgery at Kaiser one Christmas. And when she woke up, that was playing like over and over and over. And so when she was laying there in pain after her surgery, that's all she could remember hearing was him running through Bedford Falls. And so she just doesn't did not like that movie at all. Oh yeah, see, this is almost done. Ha ha ha. Towards the end, she didn't like it. Hey, maybe you know what we can do on this side now that we're sitting here? Because these aren't dry yet, are they? Oh, yeah, they are. Wow, this is almost dry on the outside. Let's see if we can't get some of those stars in there, Jerry. Where do they go? Where do they go? Where do they go? Which way do they go? Which way do they go? Yeah, my mother, to the day she died, every time it's a wonderful. Okay, so we got some blue of these, so we can just see if I can get them on there. Buddy, darling. Oh, Jerry, you're right. Those look really good. You're right. Yeah, that breaks it up. That looks really good. Good job, Jerry. That's why you're the chef and I'm not. That's awesome. I like that. Dress it up a little bit. Remember those hard brown balls? You can still get them at the store. Those little silver hard brown ball things. They'd hurt your teeth. And then when you opened them up, it didn't matter how careful you were. The darn things would just explode on you and they'd end up everywhere. Yeah, I like this. Good idea, Jerry. I like it a lot. Yeah. I've also done a gingerbread train, which I really enjoyed. So let's admit it, okay? Hallmark has been on since what, before Thanksgiving? Plus, you had Christmas in July, right? How many of you guys, how many movies, how many Hallmark movies have you all seen so far this season? Let's be honest, there's nothing to be ashamed of. We all do it. In fact, I know some real rough and tumble men that I met, via interview, like up in Placerville, that I was surprised that they couldn't wait to get off work to go home and watch Hallmark, and they told me this. They were real excited to go home to their wives and curl up in front of a good Hallmark movie. So there's guys that watch Hallmark too. Jerry, that looks great. Oh, you know what? These are snowflakes. They're not stars. Now that I have my glasses on. Pretty awesome. Just like do this. This is cool. Oh, that makes it look really, really good. I like that now. Doesn't look so yuck. That's what I get for liking the Pez, right? He'll do that for hours. So it's just him. Eventually he stops. It's kind of like being serenaded by your dog. And again, for everybody just tuning in, there's nothing wrong with the dog. He just does that. He's always done that. So it's just his way. I wonder what what the white snowflakes will look like against here. Let's find out. I'm almost ready to like move this over and put the other half of the roof on. Oh, that is cool. I like it. Pamela, are you still with us? Everybody still with us? We haven't lost everybody yet? Probably one of the longest shows you guys will ever see me do. It'll take forever to upload all this. I used to, I should have brought some tweezers in here. I used to be really good at, I used to have all my little tools out for doing this stuff. It's kind of nice being in the studio, too, for a change. What do you do with a problem like the doggy? Yeah. How about the Sound of Music? Does anybody watch the Sound of Music for the holidays? Or maybe Chitty Chitty Bang Bang or anything like that? We all watch, getting back to Hallmark, we all watch the Hallmark movies. Even Christmas in July, there's no shame in it. But we all watch them. But then you got Lifetime. Lifetime, the movies on Lifetime now, they're a lot deeper. Those require a deeper thought. That's like really, when you watch Lifetime, those are the movies that make you think about things. They're not quite as brainless. What makes me laugh, and I'm a journalist, and I guess in the world of Hallmark or whoever the writers are, it's hip to be a journalist because there's a lot of stories out there. The North Pole is one of them, about these women that are journalists and they're working at some small newspaper and they own these big old houses. And it doesn't work that way. There's like all those small papers, right? And you're not going to make that much money. The closer you get to the big cities, the more money you make. That's how the pay scale works. Unless you're an editor or something. And even then, you're not making super duper money as an editor unless you're in LA or New York or San Francisco. So it always makes me laugh when I see these Hallmark movies with these women that are journalists and that they got the real cool cars and real cool houses and all that. Because it's just not, that's definitely not reality. That's Hallmark reality. Jerry, that looks 100% better. You're right. I'm about to switch this. I just want to make sure it's, cooled down enough so it's not going to go flying off the brace. But it's not even resting on the brace right now. That's very cool. Now, as far as Christmas music goes, who do you like to listen to? Who's one of your favorite artists for Christmas music? Over there. Everybody's into Bublé, right? Michael Bublé. I kind of like the older stuff. The stuff from the 30s. The way they did it and performed it. Keep trying, pal. Keep trying. Yeah, that looks 100%. I'll turn this around so you guys can see it. It looks 100% better. The question is, do I feel lucky now to turn this around, or is it gonna drift on me? I don't think it's gonna drift. I'd like nothing more than to put the other side on and that's still soft. I'd like nothing more than to put the other side on and put another brace on the other side to hold it up. Is what I'd like to do. But I don't know what I have to brace it with. Oh yeah, it's stuck to that. Look at that. Sticks to everything but what I want it to stick to. Okay. So let me see if I can find, because this one's going really good because I braced it. So let's see if I can find something to brace with here. That's going to work for it. One of my light bulbs or something. How tall is this box? Hang on. I may have something. No, too tall. Too tall. Too feckin' tall. That's too tall. Let me see something. If I'm off camera, I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm trying to find something to brace with. See what I got back here. See what's hidden gem in my studio. Something. Oh, that's too tall. What is that anyway? That's a light receptacle. That's too tall. That's too tall. Okay. And I'd like to just flip this thing over, but I don't know if it's going to come down or not. If I was sure it wasn't going to come down, it'd be fine. Let's just, I guess we'll run our first test, huh? It's like the Clint Eastwood movie. Do you feel lucky, punk? Is there any drift in this at all? No, I think it's there. It's kind of, I'm afraid of it. Here, let me turn this around so you guys can see the side. With the little snowflakes on there. See, there's the side. Whoa, okay. This way, there we go. See if I can get close enough to you. I don't want to drop it either. That was dropping it would suck. But there's the side, if you can see that with the little snowflakes on there. So let me flip this way now. I'm very afraid right now, but we'll see what I can do here. Okay. I think I can do it and put it up there, and then I'm going to brace it like I did. And then we'll just hope and pray this works so it doesn't collapse on me. So let me get ready for a brace. This is the most you guys are going to see me talk like this because I'm just not a talker. Okay, all right there should be where it sits. So let's put the brace on. Prop you up on here. Okay, there we go. Okay, brace is in effect here. This is still coming up like over here. It's not sitting good, but okay. Put it right about there. Put the brace on. There we go. Okay, now we wait. Now we wait. I don't think that's falling any. And it is falling a little bit, but not as bad as it was. So hopefully we can make some headway here with this. It is coming down a little bit on that side. See if I can. So I'm going to hold this right here and hold it up and let it all dry. I should run that stuff up the middle to make it gluey more too. That's already goes there. There we go. There we go. There we go. There. We got it. So now we wait. So it's almost, we're getting there. Yeah, there it is right there. See? We're getting there. We're getting there. Finally. It's cooling down in here a lot. This was the hottest room in the house. This was my mother's bedroom. So this is where I put her in here because the heat from the furnace shoots straight down the hall, like this way. And so she got the most heat. Because she was always cold, right? always cold. I guess I could put the blue and white dots things on here too. Okay. So as soon as that sets a little more, I'm going to go ahead and put the things back up on top, the candy cane things back on top of there. That is not falling hardly at all on that side, so hopefully this is, see, it's perfect. Finally. But, you know, the team is going to be doing a lot, everybody. I want you to know that. We're going to be out investigating. We're going to be doing live investigations, and that's another reason why I want to make sure that I can figure out where I can go live, whether it's with StreamYard or YouTube or whatever. You know, if it's going to be YouTube, then fine. If everybody was on TikTok, which a lot of people aren't on TikTok, and the majority of my followers are on Facebook. So that's why I haven't done anything as far as TikTok goes for doing these lives. I think we got this. I'm excited now. I'm glad you're spending your evening with me. Usually it's just me and the internet and TV, and then back to work. And for those of you that are sticking around, I thank you. I thank you. I got 6 people watching right now that I can see. So thank you for sticking around, right? Because we're building a gingerbread house tonight. Just make sure this stays up. It's kind of slipping down, but not like it was. So we're off to a good start. But tonight we're doing Christmas. Jerry's here. All my friends are here. Hey, how about Willie Nelson? How old is he now? He just had that. He did his own concert for his birthday. That's pretty good, you know. What kind of music? What kind of music does everybody live? Again, you know, outside of Christmas, when it's not Christmas, what do you like to listen to? I'm very eclectic. So when you get on my playlist, you get a little bit of everything. That's completely dry right there. I hope the rest of it dries. I'm almost ready to add this stuff up in the center to seal it off. In fact, I might just do that. Again, for you just tuning in, the dog is not in pain or anything like that. It's just his way. It's just what he does. He believes in that whole philosophy about the squeaky wheel. And he's right. When my mom and dad were alive, all he had to do was start hollering like that, and they would run and get whatever he wanted, you know. So he's got squeaky wheel syndrome. So I'm just going to glob the heck out of this so we can get this in. Let it loosen up. Okay. There we go. Let it harden up. There we go. As we wait for that to set. It's amazing. I should have worn an apron, but I haven't gotten my shirt yet, so. If it hadn't rained yesterday, we would have gone out to the Fabulous 40s and done the Christmas light tour last night. But it rained, so we decided to not do it. Because I'm not the one that has to go through the misery of it all. Marissa's the one that has to, you know, stick her hand out the window of the car to do the filming while I'm driving. So or whoever happens to be, there with me in the car. This is the soul that the poor unfortunate soul that has to stick their hand out the window of the car while I'm driving, right? See, we finally got this going on, you guys. Yay. He's right outside the door. I call him my Eddie dog because I'm a big Fraser fan. So I like to call him Eddie. But I miss my mom, because she and I used to sit out and do this stuff. Or she'd watch me do this stuff and she enjoyed it. I know Christmas Eve, Maurice and I, when Maurice would be over on Christmas Eve, we would like try to do a gingerbread house on Christmas Eve, and my mom would sit there and watch us do it. And sometimes she'd even, help put candy on it. Most of the time, she's like a little kid where she would grab the candy and run. Then I'd get mad because there wasn't enough candy for this thing, for these houses. And the weather is upon us. I mean, it didn't come suddenly, but I mean, it came fierce last night with all that thunder and lightning. But I remember being in Ohio, like in the summers, and the lightning out here is nothing compared to like being back east. That's a lot of heat lightning and stuff out there. But when my family had that house up north, the light shows up north were incredible. I keep wanting to sing "Poor Unfortunate Souls." It's in my head for some reason. Ursula. I like that. Those snowflakes are really cool. Those make good directions on the wall, or good decorations for the wall of the house too. These things take time and patience. Sometimes I don't have the patience I need. Cool. So what did everyone have for dinner tonight? I haven't eaten yet. After I get done up here today, I'll go eat. I'll go make some dinner. But what did you guys have to eat tonight? And what are you guys going to eat on the holiday? When we finally hit Christmas. Usually on Christmas Eve, I like to do a traditional thing, so I'll do a fondue. All right, Jerry. Okay. Well, thank you for being here so long and hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a good evening. We'll probably go another hour, maybe, see how far we get with this thing. And just chit chat. It's not the most exciting thing to do, build a gingerbread house, but yeah, it's sticking together better. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder. Let's see if I can get these bad boys up there finally. Yeah, I can see these on there now, finally. There. They're all sticking together now. See? There we go. Ooh, progress. There we go. Where'd the other one go? There it is. Chew on the end, pal. Ooh, progress. There. Now let's start with a proper gingerbread house. a few minutes, I'll start to put stuff on the side, on the door. I just want to make sure this is set before I start messing around with other stuff. Like I said, I don't do piping. See, it's not coming down at all now, so it's going to set nicely. Well, that's not bad at all, so it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. Jerry's left the building. Okay, so I'm going to kind of start work on the front here while that's drying. Let's see what we can put on the front door here. It's not really cold here tonight because of the rain. Usually we hit like 29 all the way to 44 at night in the winter here, but it's not doing that because of the rain. It stays fairly warm, so we'll probably hit around 45, something like that. It won't go down that low until the rain disappears. And for those of you just tuning in, this is what we're building. It's a Pez house, or what I'm attempting to build. It's the insanity of me trying to build this thing. And not make this huge mess doing it. This door is short. I wonder if the other door is taller on the other side. I'm not moving it to the other side. I'm going to go ahead and make little circles on here and stuff and build it through. I think that might be the front door on the other side of this thing. Oh, no, they're both short doors. Interesting. Oh, look at that door. Yeah, they're both short doors. They look so much taller in the picture. I think it's because they just took them and just drew it in with the frosting and took it straight up is what they did. So this is looking kind of cool on top. See? So how many times in your lives have you guys decided to do this with your kids or whatever to build these things? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this round window up here, and I'm going to get those little round ball things and just do it. Multiple colors. And these are these things, no sooner do you open them and then poof, off they go. Everywhere, no matter how much you try, right? No matter how much you try, these bad boys are going to take off under their own power and big mess. I know I'm using pruning here, just bear with me. We can make gumdrop trees with those gumdrops. Okay. Well, like I said, the sheet I'm using is expendable, so that's why I'm using it. Okay. So I can make a big mess on it and just gather everything up and chuck it. It's got tears in it from when my mom was sleeping on it. Well, I'm going to try one of these. All right. Let me make this window up here. I've still got to do some TikToks. I'm due to do like 3 or 4 TikToks this week, so I'm starting to get that going. And like I said, I got work coming in from the newspaper. I do work for occasionally, so I got to get back and finish all that up. Thursday is my deadline on that stuff, so that's a big thing I have to do right now as well. Okay, so here we go. Okay. We got this. Oh, yeah, Polar Express, too. I got to see Polar Express this year. And, of course, Rudolph, right? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, who had a very shiny nose, right? And if you ever saw it, right? Just remember, all of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. I know, I'm just doing that. I'm just messing with y'all. I didn't do any baking, at least not yet this year. And I'm really good at baking. I just haven't done anything yet. Look, it's like he knocked at the door. Is that creepy or what? But I haven't done any baking. Oh, stop it. Again, there's nothing wrong with the dog. Then he'll go in the other room and harass my other dog. So he's quiet like this. He just took off down the hallway to go pick on my big dog, Gypsy. See, he's back. Yeah, he's back in the living room, harassing her. I love my animals, all of them. Okay, I'm making this right now. Red. So if you guys have Christmas stories to tell, share them. We're all here having fun anyway. That's what we're here for, right? Just to hang out, listen to the dog scream. See, this is where you need tweezers. This is where these things should have been down the sides instead of the way I'm attempting to do this. Because now they're starting to fall off. Blast it. Okay, there we go. Poor unfortunate souls in pain. Do, do, do. Okay. Purple and green. It's coming down off the blue, going the other way. Orange. Okay. Let's get up there and do that. We can meet halfway. It ain't going to be the best looking house you've ever seen, but you know. But you know, it's just fun to do. Okay, so we got that. We got red. Not the best house. But that's the fun of Christmas, right? Just to have fun. Put these kind of things together. Blue. This, that, new thing. Yellow. I'll turn this around when I get the front done. You guys can look at it. Karen Clark. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, everybody has their traditions. So we need a green and purple here. I think I went too tight with this, so we'll have to fix it. Not quite round. Oh, it does fit. Oh, look at that. You never know. Okay, let me get this all to fit now. Oh, look. I frosted myself. Darn it, Jim. I knew it was going to be a mess tonight. Okay, let's see if I get this to curve right. Should be round, and it's not quite round. There we go. There we go. Close enough. Close enough, close enough, close enough. Now, hopefully they'll stick. Like I said, he'll do that all night long, so just don't stress over it. He's running up and down the hallway. If we were in the other studio, you wouldn't hardly hear him. But with this studio, you hear everything. Okay, that's cool. As soon as I feel confident that the roof isn't going to fall apart, I'll turn this thing around and show you guys. Okay, let's make some windows, shall we? Very cool. And when you see this, the first thing you're going to think is, oh, my 5-year-old can do better than that. And they probably can. I'm just not the coordinated enough type to like make these little lines beautiful and smooth. Just not my gig. Okay, that's done. That actually looks good. Okay, so what do we have here? We have that. We have these. We've got Christmas trees. Got Christmas trees. We have these. Oh, I've made windows out of those before. Let's see. I want to make the windows. I want to make these things white. Whoop, we got something falling here. Hang on. I knew that would happen eventually too. Ah, it's really. We have a little bit more on here. Dang it, Jim. There, now we just put that on, slap that sucker right on there. There we go. Slap that puppy right on there. There you go. Follow on my watch, will you? That works. Well, if that's a window, then we should do all the windows like this so they all look alike. You do that. Because that is definitely a window. So I have to do the door and I have to do the windows to make the windows all look alike, I guess. At least the roof looks really good right now. But for those of you that are following my paranormal team, there's going to be a lot going on with the team coming up here. And I'm real excited about it. I wonder if I could, I know what I can do with the windows. Let me see if I can do this. If I don't squish these things to death. Normally I'd make like trees out of these. You know, the gumdrops. But what I would like to do is cause more ants to come in my room. No, I'm kidding. What I would like to do is make windows for these things. And I've done it before. And you stay up there, Yellow, please. Okay. You stay in your spot. You stay in your spot. So whatever. Let's see what I've got here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 windows. So I can divide these up and cut them in half and make them into windows. There's several ways to do this with the gumdrops. That looks good. So as I think about how many of the windows, if I do them all the same, that would be cool too, but I've done them to where I've cut the gumdrops to make them into windows. Or I can make gumdrop trees. What do you think? Should I make windows or make them into gumdrop trees? Hello! How are you? I see we have a new person in the chat room. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I can't keep my hands that steady. Even when I was young, like you're 20, you can't keep your hands that steady. I can't either. And even when I was in my 18, 19, 20, my hands were not steady at all for this stuff. So, yeah, so, it's going to be what it's going to be when I'm done. So I'm trying to figure out my windows right now. And there's different ways you can do the windows. Like you can use gumdrops on your windows. which are kind of cool because if you cut them a certain way, you can make them look like drapes on your windows. If you want to go there with that, or take the easy way out and just use those colorful ball things and just put the frosting on the windows themselves and then use the colored balls to cover the windows. So there's different ways to do this stuff. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do because I haven't done the cut on the gumdrops in a long time. Usually, if you do that thing with the gumdrops where you want to make it look like curtains on your windows, you have to have taller gumdrops. Not these. These are small ones. You have to have the bigger gumdrops to use to do that. However, you can pretty much make gumdrop trees with these gumdrops. You get a toothpick, and then you stack them up, and you make like trees out of them. So I have choices. And a screaming dog. And this front door is really short. In the picture, it looks really tall, but in reality, the front door is like really short. So I want to make a decent front door too up here. If I can make it squared out or rectangular like that, if I can keep my hand steady enough, that would work. And then put a doorknob in there and put the 3 windows in there. I think I'll do the front door next. Thank you for the compliment though about shaky hands. I can appreciate that. I really can. Okay, I'm doing the front door now. I haven't done one of these in like probably four or 5 years, maybe 4 years. I think my mom's been gone 4 years, so I think it's been about 5 years since I've even attempted one of these. For you guys that have stuck with me, and for you guys that are just coming in, I appreciate it. I appreciate you sticking with me. You guys have probably done these before. You know they take time, right? It takes time to do these things. Okay, well that looks better. I'm trying to get those little lines because there's little lines along the side there. I could never, my sister was really good at like squeezing the frosting and making it pipey and all that stuff. Even with the attachments on the front of the thing, I still can't get it to work right. Okay. Hopefully, when I get this side done, I can turn it around for you guys. So I think that's all just about done. "18-year-old dog with dementia." Okay, now I can do this. So I like the idea that they did here. I really like the idea they did. So let's see if I can reproduce that idea with the Pez. Yeah, I like that. Now the door they show on here isn't anywhere near as small as the door that's actually on here. So I don't know what's up with that. They show the door to be taller, and then they show the door to be small, the door to be wider as well too. I'm going to take it up because you know what? It's showing the door as tall as these windows is what it's showing, but that's not what the actual case is. So I'm going to create the door like they did. I think it looks better taller. But anyway, I hope everyone is having a good holiday so far. It's going to be nice for the people working because Christmas is on a Monday, so you guys get a nice long weekend and you don't have to worry about trying to get off early on Christmas Eve from work. You can just enjoy your holiday because you don't have to be at work on Sunday. Well, the majority of people don't have to be at work on Sundays. So that makes it a little nicer this year for folks. Okay, yeah, I like this idea better. I like this door situation better here. Let's fix this. I might do another one of these, but I'm probably going to do it on TikTok for my followers on TikTok too. Try to stretch this out a little bit more because it's nice and white. Cap it off. There we go. Now we'll put these on. I think it'll look better this way. Let's see. Right there. Right there. Oh, good. I made it a little wider too. There we go. And like there. There we go. That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, that works. That works very nicely. I was just telling everybody a little while ago about Disney, and I don't know if it's Disney World or Disneyland that does this in one of their hotels, but I think it's Disney World. But they make a gingerbread house that's life size. And I saw somewhere, and I don't know if it's true, don't hold me to it, but I saw somewhere that people are able to like go in and have snacks in this gingerbread house. That looks pretty good. Okay. The front door. So it's kind of cool. But can you imagine seeing a gingerbread house that big? You know? I can't imagine seeing a gingerbread house that big. It's cool. The thought of it's really cool though. But to have a gingerbread house that big is pretty spectacular. That dog is so smart because he knows that I can hear him through the door here where I can't in my regular studio where I normally broadcast from. So he's going to play it up tonight. It looks pretty good. It's got a nice little 3-window thing on the front door. Okay. So what to do with my windows? Now we're back to this whole perplexing thing with the windows. I guess we'll just use the round thingies on the windows. Okay. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing on the windows, but I'll flip it around to show you. In fact, let me flip it right now. I can show you what I did so far on this side. Then I'll prop these things up again so they don't collapse, because that would suck. So here, I'll flip this around to show you. See if you can see that, see? So I kind of got the door going. So we got the front door going on, and then we got this other window up here. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to flip back around. There we go. Okay. I think it's done falling, but I don't want to take a chance, so I'm going to make sure that I have this propped up accordingly here. Make sure it's propped in so it doesn't fall until it sets. I already had one collapse tonight. There we go. Okay, let's see what to do with the windows. There's people that can do these things that are so skilled, with their hands. I wish my hands would work that way so I could be skilled too. But I'm not. I admit it. Let me get this going here, and then we'll get this window done here. Window A, window B. I used to be, well, I am a perfectionist because I am a photographer. So I am a perfectionist. But when it comes to like to this stuff, I know like you were talking about your shaky hands. I know my hands shake, so there's no way I'm going to be a perfectionist with this stuff. So I just have to let it go. You know. So again, for you guys just coming in, I'm going to be going tomorrow. We're going to be back in the other studio. The next day we're back in the other studio, and then Thursday of this week we're going to be going on the road to look at a couple of Christmas shows, outdoor Christmas shows, events, and I'm going to be broadcasting those on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. So I'll put out setup links for those for you guys. Okay. But that will, like I said, those will be done on YouTube. Okay, let's do some windows here. Do some windows. So those will take place. I'm going to try and do those shows as close to 6:30 p.m. Pacific as I can. But I don't know. It depends because my camera person that works my cameras for me, she gets off from her job around 5:30, and she has to go home, check on her dog, and then drive back out here. So we may be running a little later than 6:30 p.m. on those shows. But we will have some shows. Definitely going to broadcast live this week on location. Poor unfortunate. If I sing anything, I'll probably get copyright claim. If I had a second cell phone like a lot of creators do, I would put some Christmas music on while I'm doing this. But unfortunately, I don't have a second cell phone available. And since I'm in the other studio, I can't like put music on my laptop or anything. I wish I could. I do have a boombox. I should have probably used that. And the only reason why I haven't, don't laugh about having a boombox. The only reason why I have a boombox is because we actually have a drive-in theater here in Sacramento, and it's still open. And so I like to go to the movies there, but I don't want to run my car battery down. So I have a boombox for the drive-in theater. Let's squeeze one more color up here. So let's just go ahead and throw red up here. There we go. Oh, need another purple. Bored with red. Put purple up here. Try to stretch these out a little more, and then we can put a yellow right there. So yeah, so I have a boombox, which maybe I should have brought that in for some music, some background music for this. Music to build by, right? Okay, there's a window there. That works. And maybe I can throw a couple of those colored snowflakes in the window. That'd be different. I got some blue snowflakes and some white snowflakes. Throw a couple snowflakes in the window. So yeah, so we will be going live. I'll be going live. But again, it'll be on YouTube, over on the YouTube channel. That looks kind of cool. Okay, next. Well, that's shaping up nicely. Straighten that out. Cool. Once I get that done, I can flip this thing around and then work on the back door for it. Then we can start. I can even decorate the front yard here. So maybe I'll do that too. I'll put the Christmas trees out. Because I got those Christmas trees that they gave me. But it's so clever because when you have the bigger gumdrops, you can cut them into round shapes and kind of bend them, roll them into balls. And then you can get like toothpicks and make them into snowmen. It's kind of cool to do. You even put hats on, they even have little hats you can put on with it. Okay, let me do the other window and then I'll be able to maybe decorate the front yard a bit and I'll flip it around for you guys. Because after I get this done in the back, I've still got 4 more windows on the sides here to deal with. But yeah, be on the lookout. As far as the YouTube goes, the start time on the those live shows will be tentative. So you got to keep a sharp eye lookout for it. And just like that show in old Sacramento that I want to share with you guys, parking's a bear, so it may take us a while to find parking. Because I've been down there where it's so packed that you can't even find parking. So that's tentative. That's why we're going to drive to see the Christmas lights in a really cool area of the city, but that could either go on Thursday or that'll go on Saturday night. It just depends. If we can't find parking on Thursday, then we're going to we'll do the Christmas lights. So that's why a lot of it's pending, but we will definitely, go live. And then the other place that I'd like to go live at, I'm waiting to get permission to do so. So I just don't want to start going live somewhere and find out they don't want us to go live. They don't want people going live out there. Should have been a blue one, dummy. Okay, now we got that. Now we got it. So we want to go orange on the end. Okay, there we go. Orange on the end. So, yeah. So yeah, be on the lookout for the lives this week. Last time I went live anywhere, I was at Disneyland. And I was just learning about going live, so I know a lot more about it now than I did then. I'm not saying it was a disaster at Disneyland. It was okay. It was a big learning curve at Disneyland about, going live and what it entails. So now I know more. I'm older and wiser, right? Well, I'm older anymore. So I'm almost done with these windows. I'll turn around and show you what I did on the front over here. As soon as I get these windows completed. There we go. Okay, here we go. And one more makes this done on this window. Then I'll put in the snowflake things and we're good to go. Okay, so there it is. Okay, let me throw the 2 snowflakes in here. Snowflakes in your window. I'll do this opposite from the other side. You're a mean one, Miss Pinch. You really are a heck. Okay. Okay. All right. So I like the front door. In fact, I'm going to add some snowflake decorations on the front door because I like these little snowflakes. I'm going to put some blue snowflakes all over the front door here. Make it stand out a little more. Decorations. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I talk to myself a lot. Sometimes I even answer myself. See, the dog finally went to bed. But for you guys that have stuck with me, it's just been a long show, you know? Okay, let me do one more snowflake and I'll flip this around so you guys can see it. Okay, let me flip this around. Show you what I did on the front, then I'm going to go ahead and bring it back over, and then I'm going to put the Christmas tree, I'm going to put the trees out in front of the house. I think the roof is safe now. So here we go. I'm turning this around, you guys can see it. So there's the front. There's the front door, the 2 windows. Right there. So not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Just the front door, the 2 windows. Gotta keep making adjustments until it dries. So let me put the bracers back on here just in case. Just want to make sure it's braced up because I don't want it to like come down. Like all at once, I get cocky and think it's done, and then all of a sudden it falls down again, and I'm gonna be furious. The fact that it fell down. So let's get this back up here. Okay. So I'm gonna try and put some Christmas trees, some trees in the front yard here. See, these are gummies. These are totally what you call it, not gummies, but those soft. I never liked these to eat these as a kid. I always hated these things. I just was not a huge fan. Oh, my back. Not the best chair in the world. Oh yeah, this is cool. If I get to stand up, let's see if I get to stand up. Probably won't get to stand up, but we'll see. Get these things to stand up, that would be really cool. We put one right there. Make a little snowbank here. Snow and fall, that song, right? Oh yeah, if it stays up, it'll be great. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Yeah, I know you guys are wondering what I did, so just give it a few minutes to stick up here, and then I'll show you what I did. But now it doesn't want to stand. Stay. See if it stays up now. Nope, back it goes. Sometimes they put indentations in this stuff, depending on what kit you have, to stand these trees up. And then once they're up, you can even go over them with the white, with the frosting and make them look like little snow, like they're flocked with snow. Yeah, there it goes. This may be a deal where I have to just stick it in front of the house, just against the house in between the windows, like on the sides over there. All right, I'm fine with it. Doesn't want to stay up, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to turn the front door around to face you guys, because essentially I'm done with the front, so that's cool. What I can do is I can make trees out of the gumdrops. It's a matter, you get a toothpick and put them together, and then you set them up and flock them, and they make trees. So there's the front there. I'm going to go ahead and, like the parts that don't have frosting on the front, once all this is dry, I'm going to frost them. So I'm going to turn this around for you guys and start work on the other side, on the back door. So I'll flip it back around here. In fact, what we can do right now with these Christmas trees, which would be really cool, is I can put a tree on each. Yeah, that'll work. Right on the ends there. Okay, let me get that. Yeah, that'll work nicely. All right, I'm going to work on the front, and then what I will do on the back door, and then what I'll do is I'll take those trees and where the seams are, I'll put a tree on the seam. So there's the front, you guys. You can take a look at the front. Again, I'm going to prop this up to make sure it dries. That would suck if it all came, like here I'm all excited that I'm close to being done, and all of a sudden it collapses. That would suck majorly. Welcome everybody. I see people popping in and out. We're building a gingerbread house tonight. California Haunts Radio. Kind of, we're enjoying the holidays and trying to put this thing together. I'm not. My hands shake, so I'm not really skilled at doing the piping and stuff. So it's kind of haphazard, but it's looking okay. It's coming together. It is coming together. The doors and everything. I love my silk shirt. I got a silk Hawaiian shirt on, and it's just like really, really cool. My Surfing Santa shirt. So let's do the back part of this house. This holiday, even though you got the whole Santa Claus thing going on and all that, it means different things for different people. And you got the whole woke thing going on, which is cool. I'm sensitive to a lot of it. I mean, I have friends who are religious during this holiday. I'm not saying I'm not religious. I am, but like my Jewish friends, for instance, they celebrate their way. I have my religion going on. I celebrate my way, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with celebrating, your way. I think there's always a big to do about how people celebrate and stuff, and I think it's wrong. I think you should just be able to celebrate the way you celebrate. Race or religion shouldn't even have to play into any of it. If you enjoy the holiday for what it is, and this is how you celebrate a certain way, then do it. And I was talking to the people that I had on earlier about ghosts and how your deceased family members, this time of year is huge for your deceased family members to be coming around. And you might notice stuff. You might notice like a whiff of perfume that used to be your mother's, or cologne or cigar smoke that, cigar smell that maybe your dad smoked cigars. and you happen to notice that smell just kind of in passing. And there's nothing to be freaked out about because they like to come and enjoy the holidays with you just as much as you like the holidays. I know it's an odd feeling, when you feel like you're not alone in a room or something, but like I said, if just as long as you know it's family, that's coming to see you, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you believe. I'm not shoving my beliefs on anybody, but I'm saying as a ghost hunter, that's one of the things that we learned over the years, that there's a lot of family that come around during the holidays. So it's kind of nice to know, that they do that they do come around. Cleanup on this is going to be nuts. Just nuts. It's nice to know that our family comes around. Even when I was young, I couldn't do these things right. I was a mess. Let's add a little bit in there. I was a total mess putting these things together. Oh, I did. Did I get the colors right? Did I get the colors right? Almost, almost. This one's more round on this side, but the other one was more square. I gotta make more space. I gotta jam these together more. One more color. There we go. There we go. Make sure those stay on. But I mean, holidays mean, and maybe you're in a place that doesn't celebrate. Because there's countries that don't celebrate. That's okay too. That's okay too. This screen is so small I can hardly read the messages on it. I knew that was going to happen too. So if I'm too in your face, I'm sorry. I've got my reading glasses on so I can actually get, within a few inches of the phone and be able to read it. Maybe a foot or so away, I was hoping. Do I have enough? I got two of those, right? What do I have left of these? This was supposed to be a Pez house. I bought it at Walmart. Problem was, somebody had gone through, and I guess they needed more supplies, so they went and got the box, and I didn't know they got the box to take out the other different colors of pens, so I only ended up with pink and some orange and some yellow on this thing. So yeah, so I hardly had any pens to work with. So I had bought two other gingerbread houses, and I went ahead and went out and opened one and pilfered it for stuff so I could do this. Okay, very good. All right, let's get this window. I don't want to run out of frosting either. I'm trying to conserve here. Because the other frosting that I have, it's all hard, and I don't want to deal with that. Usually what I used to do when I used to make these things when I was young, I would go over to the dollar store, right? I would I just buy some frosting at the dollar store. Like a can of frosting. So I would have extra frosting to work with on this stuff. There we go. So I have all that. Now I just dripped. Looks like a glob of snot just fell. Just kidding. I know, TMI. Okay. So I don't have to go in any particular order on the windows. I just get to pick colors randomly and just go for it. But that's what I would do because you're forever running out of frosting, and stuff with this stuff. Like right now, I'm getting low on frosting. So I would go to the dollar store, and I would have a can of frosting off to the side so I could finish these things off when I was younger. But I didn't do that tonight, so probably because I'm older and I haven't done this in a few years. But yeah, I didn't do it tonight, so it's kind of like an adventure now, trying to like get this thing done before I run out of frosting. Then there's always the age-old question of what do you do with it after you're done with the thing. It's hard to display them because there's ants, and unless you're Disney and you've taken and put it in the Haunted Mansion, because that's what they do with theirs. They go in the Haunted Mansion, and theirs is usually pretty good, pretty good size. The one they put on the table in the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland in place of the wedding cake or the cake that's always in there. As we do this, I know this isn't the most exciting show in the world, you guys. I know it, you know it, we all know it, but especially for the people that are going to be listening tonight once I get the feed put up for the podcast for this. It's not the most tremendously exciting show I've ever done, but it's fun. It's fun to relax because I really put a lot into my shows. I put a lot into finding guests, a lot into, doing my shows in general, my nightly shows. So it's kind of fun to sit here and do this kind of show, to just relax and do this. Because, like I said, it's something I don't get to do all the time. Lots of purple. What we got? I've only got one green, so let's deal with green on this side. There we go. Yeah, we'll put in our things that we want to put in there. There we go. Snowfall. Okay. Okay, let's throw another one up there. There we go. But it makes for a fun show for me to just relax a little bit. And if I could share it with you guys, even better. Even better. Because I like sharing with you guys. It's fun to share with friends. Sure, that's where it's supposed to be. I think it's safe to say the roof's not going to cave in on me at this point. This backside looks better than the other side. Far better. Cool. Okay, to the front door now, or the back door. But like I said, tomorrow night now we're going to read about the traditions. Nope, yeah, tomorrow's tradition night. So I'll be back in the main studio, over at Studio B, and we'll be reading about traditions. And the book was written in 1908, so these traditions that are in this book go way, 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 way back. Way back. 2 hours, 40 minutes. Wow. I've had shows go this long before. But the traditions go way back to way back to the 1800s. So you get to hear a lot about that, which is something you don't hear all the time. That's just really diehard traditions. but that'll be tomorrow. And I think because if they take us around the world, and I know we've done England, I think when I closed off from doing that, they're shut it down the other day. And I read, I think it was last time I read from that book was November, just after Thanksgiving. But I think we had gone through the traditions of England, and we were moving on to like Finland and places like that we're going to be talking about. So that'll be kind of fun tomorrow. And then my friend called me on the phone, and she said, I was looking up the reindeer names. Santa's reindeer. And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. And she came up with some really cool stuff where what the real meaning of their names are. And I thought, that would make a pretty good show. So that's going to be our Wednesday show. We're going to be talking about the reindeer and their names. So. And the square, whoops, I just lost something up there. Didn't see that coming. Well, let's just put it right back up, won't we? Didn't see that coming, and we were doing so well up here. There we go. But yeah, so we're going to be doing a show about the Santa's reindeer and their names and what they mean, and there's variations, there's the original Night Before Christmas story. It looks like I made a face here. It's kind of creepy. There's the original Night Before Christmas story, and then there's also stories written by other writers that have mentioned the names of other reindeer. So we're going to talk about that, just like Disney Santa Claus, how, oh man, now they're falling. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't fall. Do not fall. I'm not in the mood. Just when I'm flying along. Disney Santa Claus, where you got all the reindeer names, but then Chet, like this was the third movie when they introduced Chet, the reindeer that couldn't fly in a straight line. So we're going to be talking about stuff like that. But yeah, I think the reindeer was Chet that couldn't fly in a straight line. But it ended up saving Christmas. So yeah, so there's variations on the reindeer's names and different stories that tell of different reindeers, or different reindeer that Santa has. This one can be purple. That doorknob can be purple. There we go. There we go. So we're going to be talking about that on Wednesday. Just the different variations, that's all. Something I'm trying to find right now that I want to watch on TV, because I don't have like cable or anything like that. So it's mostly Roku and what I can dredge up on YouTube. Is Rick Steves, the guy that travels all over the world. He has a very cool Christmas show that he has done for PBS. And I love it because it has a lot of those old. He has a lot of those old legends in there. He even talks about the Kraken. I mean the scary stuff. I forget who the scary one is off the top of my head right now. But he even talks about those. Now Sundays, when I read the book about that stuff, the first part of that Sunday book that I read talks about a lot of those legends. Like Belschnickel and things like that. You just want to fall down, don't you? Purple guy. But that book I read on Sunday talks about Belschnickel and those other legends. Krampus, that's the one. So there's that Rick Steves thing that he does, because he goes all over Europe with that. He talks about Krampus, that legend. And like that, and again, like that book that I read on Sundays, the first part of that book was talking about Krampus and those creatures. So I'm thinking we're going to get some of those. This book that I'm reading on tomorrow, or I mean, yeah, tomorrow. That book that I'm reading tomorrow, when we start hitting like Germany and different countries, I think we're probably going to get some Krampus stories out of those countries. So that'd be kind of cool. There, now it looks a little more straighter. But I find Christmas tradition, to be fascinating. Like over the year, like I incorporated from the Swiss, I incorporated fondue on Christmas Eve. We always do a fondue, a cheese fondue. A more traditional thing, you know. I won't be fondueing this year, maybe on Christmas Day. But normally I do a cheese fondue on Christmas Eve. There you go. Almost done with this side. Then I can start putting those tree things on the end. All this stuff. You got your back door, you got your front door. Such a fun holiday. Lots of fun things to do. If you're into ice skating, however, I have 2 left feet, so as far as I could rollerblade, but not ice skate. So it's like I end up with like 2 or 3 left feet ice skating and whatnot. Ice skating lessons. You know what it was? The second I fell and it was so hard and cold. That pretty much sealed the deal for me for ice skating. Just was not my thing. I have friends who are really, really talented ice skaters, but didn't happen for me. But that's okay. It's fun to watch them. Trying to like do opposites on these things so I don't have the same colors right. There we go. After 2 years, the frosting still tastes good. But I am fascinated by other cultures and how they celebrate. In fact, I was trying to get these little dolls, and I forget what they're called. I found a place that actually made them, and they're smoking. I mean, you can get smokers like over in Europe. These things that are like incense burners for Christmas, but they also have these little dolls, and I forget what they're called. And I think they have an offensive name even. And I was trying to get some of those, but I was never able to. But I think they're made out of Poland, but they have them in Hungary too. Because my family on my dad's side is from Hungary. Okay, all right, this is done. I'm going to flip it around. Okay, let me get this going here. There's my little snowflake buddies here. Never said I was perfect doing this stuff. Never claimed to be. Hopefully I'll have leftovers because I do have another couple of these things to do. There we go. Okay. I'm flipping it back. I'm going to flip it to the side now so I can work on the side stuff. I think we can safely take these things off now. Here you can see the back side now. We flip it back around. There you go. There's the back side. So, should I add some snowflakes on the back like I did the other one? On the other side, kind of looks cool. Let me see what I can do. One more trick here. Hang on. Let me add some stuff on here. Looks naked on the front door, right? Let me get some of these blue flakes on there. Da, 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 da. There we go. Okay. See, I'm going to work on the side here. I'll show you the back what I just added. Turn this around this way. You can't see the total back. Yeah, the door. Oh, here, I'll lift this up. Hopefully I won't drop it to show you. I don't want to drop it, though. Because that would suck, wouldn't it? Dropping it would suck after all the work. So let me show you what I did, okay? Okay, here we go. Ready? There you go, right there. There's the back. Okay? That's the back. Okay, so let's put these trees up now. And then I got 2 windows on either side, and we're just about wrapped up. I'll go ahead and frost like the eaves, and maybe I can get some, maybe I can create some icicles hanging down on the eaves on this thing. We'll see. I don't have a lot of icing, but I could probably make it work. Like I said, when I was younger, I would have had extra icing to work with. But I'm not younger. Sometimes you get older, you're not as wise as you think you are. Okay, let me get this tree out of here. So I can cover up the corner joints. All this. Yeah, put a tree right here. Put a tree right there on that joint. Very good. Okay. Yeah, and whatever I have left over, I have some other houses to do. If the mood strikes me to, do another house, maybe. Yeah, I think I'll be, if I have enough frosting left, I will definitely be able to make some icicles. Excuse me. I haven't eaten yet. I haven't had dinner yet tonight. I just came in here to do this with you guys. Normally I've done, at like 8 o'clock, and then I'll make dinner and everything, but I didn't do that because I decided to come in here and do this. So when I get done here, I'll be going in to eat some dinner and to upload this in RSS and have some dinner. And then I got my real job. I'm working tomorrow during the day, so I'll be up early to do that. So I can start wrapping that up. There's everything I'm a journalist, photojournalist, so everything for that job is due Thursday, so I have to get that wrapped up. That looks cute with those trees there. Okay, so I'm making my windows. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm making windows. And so, you're adults. I get you're adults. And depending where you're from, you've got St. Nicholas, Santa Claus, whoever your, present delivery guy is. Tell me what you want for Christmas. Tell me what it is you'd really like to get for the holidays. If you celebrate the holidays. Not if you don't. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but just to see what interests you and what you would like to get for the holidays. I'm gonna have to angle this way for me to do this because I'm right-handed. Because I'm interested in what you guys, think you want to get for the holidays. Hey, if you don't want to talk about it, that's cool too. I'm fine with that. Just a nice calm night. Make a funky looking gingerbread house. You know, I never claimed to be an expert at gingerbread houses, and I'm still, I'm still. And I look at this thing and I think, yeah, I'm still not good at this stuff. It takes steady hands to do this, and that I do not have. Steady hands and lots of patience. But my sister, built one a long time ago. She built one out of gingerbread and graham crackers. Big one too. It was impressive. But you know, and it's funny because I kind of anticipated that I was going to be building a gingerbread house this year, and I saved like my graham crackers, but I never used them. They're still over my in the cabinet over my stove. There we go. That window's done. Next window. Yeah, so they're still in the right in their box in the cabinet in the cabinet up over my fridge up over my stove because I thought about it. I thought about making like little small little like having these houses that I'm building right now, and then having some smaller houses, having like a block of gingerbread. But then again, when you get done with it, what do you end up doing with the gingerbread? Because there's really nothing you can do with them outside of ducks or animals. You let like my dogs eat them. There's really nothing you can do with it. I just may have enough to make some icicles for the sides of the roof. But again, it's like you can only do so much with these. I mean, these are 2 years old, some of these, and who's going to want to eat them, right? Because even when you buy them in the store, and that's the sad thing about buying them in the store is you don't know. I can't believe people watching me do this late. You don't know how long these things have been sitting in stock in the store, and how many years that they brought them out, to sell. So I'm just saying. Okay. So you really don't want to like eat this. I mean, some of the candy's okay, but I mean, like the frosting obviously tastes all right, but the gingerbread, I don't know. But my dog, I mean, I had that dog that would eat this stuff, so she never got sick. So maybe it's edible. I don't know. Maybe it's actually edible. Who knows? But, after doing this as long as I have, as far as making these gingerbread houses, anybody that can make these things beautifully, I'm in awe of you. You are my idol. Anybody that can make beautiful gingerbread houses, yeah, I'm all about that. Because I just don't have, it's just not in me to do that. Okay, let's take this across. I'm at a weird angle here trying to do this too. But if you're, like I said, if you're one of those people that can do these things and they turn out really beautiful, I'm not worthy because I just never had a steady enough hand to do any of this stuff properly. Okay, let's put red right there. No, we got a red right there, so we want to put the yellow in a while. Put the yellow there. I'll show you the side here when I get done. Those green, those little trees make it look really nice. Hey, I'd live in this house. Okay, good. Okay, this is kind of. I watched Quantum Leap. I like the original. I also like the new Quantum Leap. But Al cracks me up. So I'm looking at this thing as they start to fall down, and my first thought is, if you guys, watched the original Quantum Leap, if you guys watched the original Quantum Leap, and Al says in the beginning of it, he says, we have this time travel experiment that went a little caca. And so when I see this stuff start falling like it is, that's my first thought is, oh, look, it's looking a little caca. And I like it when he calls, when people are really obnoxious and he calls them nostrils. Who's the nostril? But that's one of my favorite shows to watch. I watch those over and over. I like the new one too. But I'm also a Disney creator. I haven't done a lot in a while, but okay. Let me show you what I did on this side. Then I'll switch to the other side. Here, I'll show you this side. Let me lift it up, and hopefully it doesn't go caca. It's coming together. The way it fell apart in the beginning when I was doing it, I was really see. There's the side there with those trees. See? I'll have to shoot pictures of this because Jerry, who was helping me do this, who's an excellent chef, she was helping me do this today. She had to go to bed, so I want to make sure she sees it when it's done. It could be worse, and it probably should be. Oh, I should have gone 4 on top. Oh well. Okay, let me do this. The majority of you guys are probably thinking, God, look at how she did this. Well, you know what? That's fine. Like I said, I never claimed to be good at this stuff. It always turned out caca for me. So, okay. So that worked out. These trees didn't even come with this kit, but it worked out. Good. So if, like I said, if everything goes well when I get these last two windows done, I should be able to maybe make some, put some stuff on the side, like on the sides of the eaves, and make some icicles. I should. Doesn't mean I will. I should. And this poor sheet, I'll probably never end up using this sheet ever again with the mess I just made. But that wasn't the whole point of it. I wanted something I could just toss after I got done with it. So that was the method of the madness with the sheet. That on the end, so I can do it. There we go. That was the method of my madness for using the sheet. Okay. Okay. As we inch ever closer to Christmas. And Kwanzaa's coming up too, isn't it? Got a bunch of different holidays coming up. That's what I mean. I mean, you may not celebrate Christmas. You may have other things you celebrate. I had some Turkish friends that didn't celebrate till like January 6th. You know, everybody has their different days and times to celebrate the holidays. Hey, when they get loose, I got a loose one. Oh well, leave them here. No point fighting it. I have white ones I haven't used. I don't see the point of putting white ones, on like the white frosting. I think it's silly. Excuse me. Stomach's telling me it wants food. I'll get to it. Okay, I need to come down a little lower with this, don't I? I need like one more. I didn't go down low enough with the frosting. Red one. Whoa, that one just slipped down. Don't slip down. Do not slip down. Just go ahead and do it that way. There we go. There you go. There you go. There you go. And I got two more in the middle here. Orange. And purple. So we're good. Okay, that window is done. So another window on the other side of it. See, we're getting there. I didn't think I'd even be this close to being finished. I thought for sure I was going to have to put it away for the night and continue like tomorrow or another night this week doing this stuff. But it looks like that one fell to irritate me. No, it looks like I'm going to be able to pretty much finish this thing up tonight. And it was all with your help. Because earlier in the night, people were giving me advice as to, what I should paint it or what I should put on it, rather. Don't know if I'm going to have enough. Oh, yeah, I will if I leave that section alone there. Okay. So I'll start painting in this here. Getting low on this stuff. Getting low on the good stuff. Getting harder to drag. There we go. Getting harder to drag this stuff out for use. There we go. Put it on the tip. There we go. Getting harder to find this frosting. I just knocked that off by accident. I will have to fix that. I'll put it back on a sec here. Just to get enough frosting to melt these things. It's turning into a nightmare now. Crud. That just fell. That's irritating me. Do not irritate me. I will be irritated and you're irritating me. Okay. See, if I was creative, I could use the round things for ornaments on those little green trees. But I'm not doing creativity tonight. We're just trying to get this thing rolling here. It's almost 10 o'clock my time. It's been a fun night, though. I don't get many nights like this because I'm always working. Always working on my radio show. So these nights are few and far between for me. Just to be able to do things like this. Okay, you go back over there where you belong. There you go, Mr. Tree. Few and far between. There we go. I love what I do for the radio show, but I like this stuff too. I've always loved doing this stuff and grew up in a house where we did a lot of crafting. So we used to make our own ornaments and things like that. And I miss that. Because the radio show and the responsibilities that have come up with the radio show and all that, don't get me wrong, I love my radio show. My regular show that I do. But sometimes I just don't have the time to do stuff like that anymore. Because I'm trying to look for guests and other things. Oh, it's falling. Don't fall. I can't handle it. Don't fall. We're trying to get done here. You're not being very cooperative, are you? Some of these that fall, I can't get them back up into position because they're too low for me to grab. There we go. Too low for my fat, stubby fingers to grab. And the thing is, I'm getting low on frosting, so I haven't been using a lot of frosting on here, and I think that's some of the issue too. So like I said, I miss nights like this when I've been able to fell. I miss these nights when I've been able to just do Christmas crafts and things like that. Well, this is not turning out on this side. Oh, it's all coming down. Yep. It's going to be like that, huh? That one just went down completely. And the blue one goes sailing on. Oh, I'm not happy with that. I think the frosting is starting to get stiff on me, too. Okay, you know what? We're just going to... this is driving me nuts. Here, let's do this. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. If you're going to be difficult like that, Let's go over here. We'll dab this. A little dab will do you. It's the old saying of a little dab will do you. Here. There you go. Sit on that. Everything I put up came down, so I do over on that one. I'd be here till midnight. Just kidding. But yeah, so come on, man, you right up. I used to craft and everything all the time, but like I said, the last year or so, the show's taken up a lot of time. I love doing the show. I love presenting the show to you guys. I'm not complaining. But it's it's a normal job. It's turned into a real nice. It's like a regular job, which is fine. Purple. I think we got it. I think I got it. Hopefully they stay. Stay. Okay. So let me add my blue snowflakes. Probably blow it now that I add them because everything's up there precariously as it is. Plus, it's a nice opportunity to come in here and film. When I first started doing my show 4 years ago, this is where I did it, was this studio. This is the big studio. Studio A, and I do my shows, and that just fell, so here we go again. You know what? This window is going to stay that way. I'm not going to fight this all night. And that's what I'm doing right now, is fighting it. I'm just not going to do it. So we got a partial window. This is the big studio. This is Studio A. Let's just move to. I think it's not helping. My fingers are real sticky right now, too. And then my other studio is a smaller studio. It's more of a sound booth to do the show, the regular show. There we go. Okay, so that side's done. It's kind of caca. I can honestly say this side is kind of caca, but it'll do. It will do. So what we're going to do is I'm going to see what I have left over here as far as this window looks like it's been through a snowstorm. Ha 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 ha. Excuse the pun. I could try one more time. I'll give it one more shot. See if I can get stuff to stay on there. And if not, then that's gonna, that's all I'm gonna do. Okay. So hopefully that stays. I can show you this. Well, I'll show you this side, but it looks like the other side that I did. It's like a clone of the other side. Let me get up here. Try not to drop this. That would suck too. See? It's all that side. Okay. So let's see if I can't get the last of my frosting and maybe make some icicles with it. I'm not saying I can. Excuse me. Nourishment. I'll have to get a bowl for this stuff to Tupperware to seal it up. I'm not saying that I'll be able to because I don't have a lot of frosting here, but we'll see what I can do along the edges. Now we're just about wrapped up for the night here. I'll just be here forever cleaning up now because I made this big mess, but isn't that the fun of doing this so you can make a big mess, right? Here, let's see if I can do some of this and do some hangy things off of it. make some. It may not look great, but you know, get these edges kind of done. No, just make it look like snow flopping down, so that's fine too. On these edges. Do these edges. Just like I said, I do have kind of one down right there. I'm not perfect doing this stuff. Never have been, never will be. Don't claim to be. Stretch my leg out so I don't cramp up. Kind of put some stuff on the edges. It's not too bad. Now it looks more Swiss. So there we go on that one. Turn that around. Scraping the bottom for this stuff. Okay. But I want to thank everybody for sticking with me, the people that did stick with me on this. I didn't expect to have a good sized crowd watching this tonight. I didn't know what to expect. But thank you to those who stayed with me through all this. I really appreciate it. I know for some of you on the East Coast it's late. But again, I really appreciate you sticking with me. I do have a couple. See, it's kind of dripping. So that's kind of cool. Scrape it out. See, getting low. It's getting low. Getting lower. Try and get this done as much as I can. Swap it on there. Swap that sucker. There's a fly in here. Where'd you come from? Flies aren't allowed at my house. Well, I did get a couple icicles here, so that's cool. That was not, well, it was intentional, but didn't think I was going to get any. I don't know where I'm going to put this thing. I have no place to store this. This is hilarious. Our refrigerator runneth over. Okay. I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going to store this thing, to be honest. I think I'll put it out for the birds. Let the local wildlife enjoy it. Well, I got a couple icicles. So that's cool. One more side. One more side, and I'll let you guys go to bed. And I gotta finish my stuff off and go make myself some dinner. Clean all this mess up and then go make dinner. Take a few photos of my art. My scary art. And go make some dinner for the day. Diary of a crazy woman trying to make a gingerbread house. There we go. Okay. Well, I did get a couple icicles. Not great, but some icicles. I think we're done. I'm just about out of frosting, so I think that's going to do it. Impressive day. Just about have no more frosting left. Well, guys, I do have a few icicles here and there. I want to thank you all for coming tonight. I appreciate it. If you like the show, share it with 5 people. If you hated the show, share it with 5 of your enemies. We are equal opportunity here at California Haunts Radio. And I want to thank each and every one of you. We're just trying to get the word out about our little show. That's some snow on here a little bit. We're just trying to get the word out about our show and get people involved and, following us. And the more you can share us, the better off. The more you can leave us some positive feedback in the way of thumbs up and hearts and things like that and smileys. That's great. If you're on, if you're watching from YouTube tonight and you haven't done so already, please subscribe because we're always looking for subscribers as well. If you're on Facebook watching, and I know a lot of you are, please follow because we do all types of shows. This is just Christmas this year. I'm trying to flock the trees a little bit. This is just Christmas this year, and we do all kinds of shows. If you go to YouTube, you can see the different types of shows that we actually do. We're not always doing paranormal stuff. We cover other stuff as well. Like I said, I'm a journalist. I'm also, I'm a journalist, photojournalist, so I like to cover different topics. But I'll show you guys the finished what I have done here. And this, I think, is it tonight. Maybe I can do another one next week. We'll see how I feel. Then again, maybe not. Let's do some flocking on these trees. Okay. All right. I think that's going to cover it. Thank you all for coming. Let me show you what we did or what we did together because I did get advice from the crowd. So there's that. There's that. And let me flip it around the other side, okay, so I can show you. There's that. And probably drop it like an idiot. There's that. So thank you all very much for coming tonight. I appreciate it. And I will see you all at 6:30 p.m. Pacific in the other studio tomorrow as we read about Christmas traditions. Have a great night, everybody. And thank you for coming.